Hi, I'm Vera VanGuard for FirstGlance Film Festival, and I'm here with Ellis Senger, who did a film short called Sober Sitter. This is the writer and director, and I watched it, and it was like batshit
Thank you. That's a
unbelievable.
good reaction to have. I appreciate it.
Tell me, how are you like into mushroom trips, or this is just like something you had as an experience as a kid? Where did
No,
this come from?
yeah. A lot of
Tell
people
us.
asked that when I was, even like my family, they're like, "Is this based on a true story?" Because I have two older brothers, and they were like,
Right, right.
"I hope this wasn't."
You
Um,
weren't the kid in this story.
no,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, just making sure.
Well, no, it came out of sort of two things when I was writing it. One, yeah, I may or may not have engaged in off the record psychedelic activities.
Right, right, right.
But I was very interested in this role of someone being a sober sitter, like someone who's sort of outside of the experience and kind of looking in at like being sober. And
While everyone else is
well, everyone is crazy,
out of their
yeah, on
mind.
some other planet,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And I really liked there's some tension there where like they're kind of excluded a little bit from this big sort of psychedelic trip.
Right.
But I couldn't really find a way into that story. I was struggling to make something out of it, and I kind of went a little personal with it. And I grew up with two older brothers and a younger sister, so I'm a middle kid. And I was like, I took the word sitter kind of literally, and I was like, what if there was like a babysitting element here, and there's two brothers, and they already have some tension between them, and then and so it kind of came out of that. So it was a mix of different personal experiences. Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about the casting. The kid did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, Jacob's
all
amazing.
all the actors were amazing, but this little kid just like blew
yeah.
it out of the park.
Yeah, he's incredible.
And it's, considering it's a little kid, and you were asking him to pretend to be high on something, hopefully that he's never had.
Nope.
So,
not around me at least.
Right, right. So how did you cast this amazing little actor, and then of course his brother and everyone around him?
Yeah, it started with the kid. I really wanted to begin with him because I knew that he would be the heart of the story. It revolves around him. It's his drug trip. So I really started with him, and I just got really lucky. I feel just very lucky that I found Jacob. He's an incredible young actor, very professional. Wasn't there's a lot of like cliches about child actors,
right.
But they're hard to work with or they're moody or whatever. He was excellent, very professional. Very good. He's clearly a very talented actor, talented dancer too. I wanted that big dance scene because of him.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then I kind of went from there. I wanted to cast someone that resembled him, so that led to the older brother, and I kind of just went through the normal channels of like just finding people online through different friends of friends maybe, and so it was just a very organic process of doing like chemistry reads and all the regular auditions.
And it was really great because there were so many layers to it, because as the writer you had the brotherly love story, and then like the romantic interest coming in, and the older brother wanting to do that and play along with that, and then he has to take care of his little brother who's took way more shrooms than like literally a human elephant or an elephant.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Like exactly. So I have I wrote down that this had excellent sound design.
Thank you.
Excellent sound design, and also the editing was incredible. Like it really made the whole trip part. Tell me about the post-production on this particular thing.
I had a great sound designer, Tim McDonald, who I worked with, and he also helped me out on some films I did in the past. So we already had a really good like rapport, and he's just so talented. And there were a lot of ideas I had going into it, but there was a lot of especially around the trip scene, a lot of experimental kind of audio. So I did sort of encourage and to like accompany the visuals. And so it really was this great collaboration between the two of us. We were just sitting together, kind of going through different sound effects and, mixing them in different ways and seeing what we could do and, what our limitations were. And just trying to find really unique sounds too, because there's always the sounds you could find online and, just find anywhere. But I was really encouraging him, and he really took initiative to find, sounds that you wouldn't, or maybe even record his own, So it was really great collaboration.
It was really great because it made the whole thing exactly what it was. It was trippy, and it was funny, and it was heartfelt between the two brothers and all their. You could tell what everyone's motivation was. Like the little kid always wants to hang out with the big kids, and the big kids are like, "Get out of here, you kid!"
Yeah, exactly.
And you could totally tell everyone was very clearly motivated, and the visuals and the sound just like carried it through,
Great,
and the great acting,
thank you.
really great acting. So was this your first directorial debut, or you've been?
I've done other short films in the past.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've been making short films for close to 10 years now, and
Any
yeah.
plans to do a longer form
Yes,
content?
this is like a proof of concept
Mhm.
for a longer comedy film. I was basing it off of things. I grew up. It takes place in the 2000s,
Yeah.
and it's because I did as well. And I also think the 2000s were just an excellent golden era of comedy.
Mhm,
Just like
mhm.
so many year after year, just so many classics that came out. And the feature is sort of a dedication of sorts to that era of comedy, kind of like raunchy, irreverent comedy.
Like, I want to know what the prank is that
Oh yeah,
they're
yeah.
about to unfold. Can you share it with us, or is that like a secret for the film?
Yeah, it does change a little bit in the film just to sort of adjust for like that longer version.
Mhm.
But the prank in the longer version has more to do with getting even more shrooms. Actually, there's like a
Oh,
sort of a
it's a circle.
yeah, it's sort of like because Jeremy takes the shrooms away, they actually need more, so they have to like go through this whole odyssey to go get more for this like high school senior party. So
So
there's
it's
a
like
prank, but in
Harold and
service.
Kumar, but
Yeah, it's
like
very like off the
right.
wall,
Got it.
almost like a comedic heist of sorts.
No, I get it. This is a
So
love letter to the early
exact, a love letter.
2000s.
Yes,
Got it.
exactly.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks
congratulations.
so much.
It's great to have you at First Glance,
Yeah, I'm honored to be here.
and yeah, we can't wait to see it on the big screen.
Yeah, me too.